Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech, protected.
Thank you for watching. Welcome, Keene. I really appreciate everyone and each of you. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for your support and time. My name is Aggie Cersosimo. Today we will talk about the process of becoming a U.S. citizen. My friend Milena will guide us through all the USCIS requirements and tell us about her experience of becoming and applying for U.S. citizenship. Milena Cunningham is originally from Brazil. She has been living in the United States for 11 years. Milena is a mom to two wonderful children, Gabi, 3 years old, and Silas, 12, right?
Correct.
And she's been happily married to Jay for 2 years. Milena works for CNS here in Keene, New Hampshire. And her position is demand and planning analyst. Did I get it right?
Yes, you did. Demand
Okay,
planning
and
analyst.
she is also involved in organizing Keene International Festival. She's been the master of the ceremony twice for that event. She loves cooking, traveling, and going out with friends. Thank you for coming to our studio. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Thanks for having me. That's very exciting.
How are you doing today? How are you enjoying the beautiful, cold and sunny New England weather?
Yeah, no, I'm actually pretty good today. It is a beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
Even though it's cold, the sun is out. So we always appreciate when we can
What's
get
the weather
some.
like in Brazil today?
Very hot. It's where it's coming to the summertime. It's the end of spring there, and then they're going through a heat wave. So it's hot.
I wish I was in Brazil right now.
I wish I was there.
Let's start to talk about the process of becoming a U.S. citizenship. I would like to use your knowledge a little bit and share how it works, how the whole process looks like. So maybe somebody who is trying to apply for citizenship or somebody who is trying to get some knowledge will get some education from our interview.
That would be my pleasure.
So I can. First, I can start the conversation without asking you, are you a U.S. citizen?
No. As of right now, I am a permanent resident or a green card holder.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in the process. And as a matter of fact, on next Tuesday, the 19th, I will do my test for my citizenship, and then I'll tell you more about it.
Exciting. Very exciting. How do you like it here in the United States? How do you like it in our lovely Keene?
I do love it here, you know. And, yeah, Keene is, I love the U.S., hence I've been here for 11 years, and I do love Keene a lot. I feel like it's the perfect place to raise kids. You know,
Yes.
You have a lot of nature around and good, good community. We have so many activities, and it's a safe place to raise kids. So
And it's very beautiful.
I was about it. And it's gorgeous, and how much more nature you can
nature.
get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are the different categories of becoming a U.S. citizen?
There are two major categories. One is for birthright. So if you're born within the country,
Mm-hmm.
you are automatically a citizen. And another one is through a green card holder. So you will go through the green card process, which can be through marriage, through work. There are different categories. Can be through if you're like a good sports or something, you're an athlete, you can also get a green card through that. So, and then after you're a permanent resident for 5 years or 3 years if it's through marriage, then you are eligible to become a citizen.
Right, that was my next question. What are the requirements to become the U.S. citizen? So you have to be, you need to have a green card for 5 years. You need to live here for 5 years, or when you're married to an American citizen, you can apply for the citizenship after 3 years.
Correct.
And you have to be 18 years old, right?
Yes, 18 years
older.
old, and then being a permanent resident or green card holder for 5 years or 3 years if it's through marriage.
Do you remember how you applied for the green card? Like, was it a hard process? Is it complicated?
Yes, it's very complicated. You need to go through a lot of bureaucracy and paperwork. Right. There's a lot of documents. The USCIS will give you a list of everything you need, and you need to be very on top. You need to be very true, like you gotta say the truth and be very honest about everything. You cannot give any false information. So, and it is expensive as well. It's long.
It's a long process and a very complex process.
Very complex. Yes, correct.
And when you get the green card, how long can you have it for? How long are you there?
The green card will be good for 10 years.
10 years.
10 years. So at some point when you are eligible to be a citizen, you can either make that decision and then go through the citizenship process, or you can just wait for your 10 years and then apply for another green card, go through the whole process again, and then see if you're granted 10 more years.
So you are from Brazil. Is it possible for you that you can keep the Brazilian citizenship, or you have to give it up?
Fortunately, and very happy about it, Brazil does allow dual citizenship. That's the term we use. So
that's wonderful.
I do not need to give up my Brazilian citizenship, so I'm just going to embrace one more, and I'll be a dual citizen.
More cultures.
So yeah.
So I would like you to guide us through all the requirements from applying for the citizenship, for submitting the form. It's the form N400 to swearing in ceremony. So let's go through all the steps. The first step is the submitting the application of naturalization, which is the form N400, right?
Correct.
So how does the whole process look like? Where do you submit it? Is it online? Do you send mail it, email?
Yeah, actually you can do both. So through the USCIS, you can apply online. You can do your whole application online.
And where do you find it? On the USCIS.com?
Yes. So it's United States Citizenship and Immigration Office Services. So you can apply for your NE400. That's how they call the form. It's a naturalization as long as you're eligible. It's a very extensive form. They ask a lot of background questions, current situation. They want to know a little bit of your past. Where have you been living, working, and all of that. The people that live with you. They also want to know how many times you have left the United States, because when you're a green card holder, you cannot be outside of the United States for longer than 6 months at a time, unless you have a reason, and of course you have to explain yourself. But in general terms, you need to be in American soil for more than 6 months a year to keep your green card.
So you basically need to keep tracking all your travels, and whenever you go outside of the country, you need to have a proof that you come back.
Correct.
Right?
That you never overstayed
6 months.
Yes. So once you apply for all of that, you answer all the questions, and then you have all proof documentation such as taxes, work, residency proof, like they want to know where you lived in the past 5 years. So once you go get all these documents and as much more proof that you are living a legal and I would say decent life here and then living under the law, they will ask if you haven't been convicted of a crime, if you are joining any sort of mafia organizations. There's like a lot of questions. So once you go
through,
very
detailed.
Very detailed. They want to know your entire life, rightfully so. So
do you remember what is approximately the cost of applying for the citizenship right now? I'm
not gonna tell you the exact number. Should have got it, but I believe it's $765.
About $760
plus $85 for the biometrics, which is the next step after you send your form. After you send your form, if you're eligible and they accept your initial application, they will send a letter and say, we have received your form, we're working on it. And if everything seems good so far, they will also send a biometrics appointment, which the person pursuing the citizenship will go to the USCIS local office. So every state or big, like large areas will have one or more offices. As in New Hampshire, we attend the one in Bedford, New Hampshire.
Bedford, New Hampshire, for our area, right?
Yes. And then you go. Oh, sorry.
No, that's
and
okay.
then you go to get your biometrics, most likely your fingerprints. They take a picture of you. Get like
that's a really short appointment.
It's a very quick. Yeah, it's like a 10-minute appointment.
Quick.
Yeah.
And do you know what additional documents do you need to submit with the application N400? Do you need to submit your green card with that?
You do. You need to send a copy of your green card. merge certificate, divorce certificate, if you have children, their birth certificate, taxes, proof that you've been filing your taxes, all the tax
and
return.
the travel tracking documents, right?
And all the traveling tracking documents, yes.
And what I have also is the fee payments. You need to have the copy that you paid for.
Correct.
Right?
You either pay online, or you can, as you ask, like you can do online or you can send by mail. And the payment now you also can do online or you can send a money order. That's how they get the money.
So after all those bureaucracy, you get the appointment for the biometrics.
Correct.
And when everything is processed and checked, you get the notification for the interview, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So what is the purpose? What is the purpose of the interview if they have all the documents about you?
One of the main purposes is also to check how your English proficiency is, because it's one of the requirements to be English speaker. So during that test, they will make sure that you are proficient in English, reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And also that is what they call a civics test,
right,
where you're going to be tested on a little bit of American history, geography, government, politics, and
so now you're in the process of preparing for the interview right now. How do you prepare for it? Do you study every night?
I have been. I have been. They gave me about 2 months to get ready. I got my letter in the end of October, and my appointment is December 19th, so a little short of 2 months. But I've been studying.
Are there any tools? Can you find any tools that help you prepare for the interview?
Yes, I do. I have an app on the phone. There's like a little quiz playing game sort of.
Fun.
Yeah, it's fun, and I kind of like get excited because when you keep like making right, you get more points. They have material on the USCIS website that you can access and read at any given time. And then the apps on the phone, Spotify has some playlists that some amazing people put there, calling like the mock interviews. So you kind of listen.
So they make it easier now.
It is easier.
It's not just like memorizing, sitting and memorizing.
Yeah, I heard before people would literally like just have to memorize through the papers,
right.
Now
they make it more fun and more approachable.
Yeah,
that's great. And have you done any research? Because I mean, your interview is next week, but have you done any research? Do you know if that appointment is like very stressful? Is it very strict, or how does it look like? Do you have an idea?
I feel like you go online, and I've been doing a lot of research, so that is like so many different experiences. Some people said that was like so quick and then in and out. Some people said that was very extensive
and challenging.
And then they had some strict and very dry people. Some people were interviewed by someone really warm. So I feel like
it depends.
It depends. So there is no way to know
it's
until you're there.
Very individual.
Yeah.
And do you know how the interview look like? Like, do they have like is it a written test or is it oral test? Like, how does it look like? Do you need to write like sentences? That's how they check your writing. Is it just oral?
It's actually a mix of everything. So they will have a screen with the questions, kind of like the DMV when you get your driver's license. So you can do some of the questions. They will literally interview you to check your speaking. Some of the questions you're gonna have to write. And again, I feel like it goes by person, because some people said my interview was really quick. They just asked me, how's the weather out there? How was your drive here?
Casual.
And then you went on the computer, and some people, they were like put on the spot and asked a lot of questions and had them write like long phrases.
Right.
So I feel.
So what is the civics test? You explain a little bit that it's a government and history and geography. How many questions do you need to memorize?
They do have a poll of 100 questions.
100 questions.
And they will ask you 10. I mean, that's
10 questions.
The rule, 10 questions, and you need to get 6 questions right.
Perfect. And so you answer all the questions. You need to answer 6 questions right to pass correctly to pass the test. Because you have been learning right now, I would like to know, could you give us an example of like 1 or 2 questions that in your opinion are challenging?
I don't want to say challenge. I mean, challenging would be questions like the year the Declaration of Independence has been written, so you got to memorize those dates.
Right.
You know, if you're not really living, here your whole life, this is very new for you. I do like some questions when they ask. I always loved geography back in Brazil and studying, so there's some questions about like the longest river in the United States, and
or the
name
borders,
one of the two,
right?
or the borders.
Right.
Like name I state the borders Canada, or I state the borders Mexico, or they can ask you name a U.S. territory.
And it should be like everybody should like maybe like learn all those questions just to even refresh the knowledge and that you learn from school, right? Like even people who live here. Because I think it's a good summary of like the history and government and the geography of the United States.
During my studying period, I actually have been playing games with people in my office, like the people that work with me. They will come out of nowhere and pop me a question.
Well, that's great.
It's very interesting. Yeah, and then sometimes I just get up and I ask someone a random question, and
do they know the answer?
Not always. I mean, there's people that are really on top of it, but there are like some tricky questions. But I've been making like a game, so
it is fun.
I'm having a lot of fun in the process, even though I'm very stressed out about it, but I'm still managing to have some fun.
So the next step will be after you're done with the interview, the next step is the notification that you passed the test and you're eligible to get the certificate of citizenship, right?
Right.
And after that, you get invited to the oath ceremony, right? Have you heard how it looks like?
I did. So again, different experiences out there. I have a lot of immigrant friends, so everybody has different experiences. You told me earlier too. So some people, I have a friend recently this year, she did the test, and then when she left, they say, do you want to do your ceremony now? And she's like, sure. So she just went in a little room and did the ceremony, just her
just
husband.
her?
I mean, they said, you can get your husband in the parking lot.
But not like other people?
No, she was the only person becoming a citizen that day. And I had people that go to the state building in Concord and do that huge ceremony.
Right, in the State House.
In the State House, yes. So, and they have the beautiful, long ceremony with all the...
Yes. I had a beautiful ceremony in Bedford, New Hampshire, and there were more people, but it was very beautiful. But it felt very private, but not as big as the State House.
Yeah, I would like to do the same day as some people have been experienced, but if they schedule another day to have a beautiful ceremony,
exactly.
Either way, I'll be happy.
Exactly, it's a great day of your life. It's very unique.
Looking forward to it.
You becoming a citizen of a new country. That's a very unique experience. That's for sure. How your process of becoming the U.S. citizen has looked like? Has it, in your opinion, was it a complicated process? What is your experience with it?
Overall, I've been dealing with USCIS for the past 11 years of my life. So I had so many different visas. I had a student visa first, I had a fiancé visa, I had a tourist visa, and then I finally got to the green card, and all the process I have been doing by myself, like all the applications.
So I bet you have learned a lot.
I did. I do ask. I have some lawyer friends, and sister-in-law there's a lawyer too. So I do ask questions here and there, and I do read a lot. But so I have been dealing with USCIS for the past 11 years, and even though the processes are long, but I feel like
and complex, very complex, and sometimes it feels like it might be even overwhelming.
Yes,
and if you don't know, like for example, if there's a lot of immigrants who don't know the language, that could be a big barrier.
It's a big challenge.
Right, right.
They do have different languages on the website, but that
it's
is not
still
all.
Right. It's a law. So the law language itself is like a different language.
Yeah.
So it can be challenging to do that yourself.
And also very expensive. It's not affordable, even though there are agencies out there that will help people. I just found out about some people can go through like a loan for citizenship, and then some companies will loan you money without interest.
Oh, really?
To pay for for all your legal
I did not know
fees. Yes. But it can be expensive, overwhelming, complex, and I can say that I'm one of the lucky ones that have been a smooth, even though super long until I'm able to get the citizenship, because there was also COVID in the middle that delayed everything. But luckily enough, it's been smooth to me, but it's still complex.
Yeah, it
not
is very
easy.
it is very complex. So what is the benefits of becoming a U.S. citizen? Why can't you just be the green card holder?
Well, the green card, you need to keep renewing. And then once you're a citizen, you are a citizen. And when you're a citizen, you're able to vote, which is
awesome.
Which is awesome. Like if you live here, you're raising your family here,
Yes.
you want to be able to decide the
absolutely.
future of the country as well. So being able to vote, you can sponsorship your family. You can try for federal jobs in the government.
And I think traveling is also easier, right? Like
Yes.
you don't have to stay in the really long line
Yeah,
and wait for your turn when
the citizen line is way shorter
right,
and more
and faster.
And then it's faster and shorter. And then if you're traveling with family, my whole family is citizen, so I would be the only one going to a different line.
Exactly.
We would get separated a little bit. So
no, that makes it way easier. I remember the first time I went through that citizenship line, it was like, oh my gosh, that's like so easy.
Yeah,
so
and then when you're a green card holder, even though you're granted, to live in the United States, but a green card can be revoked. I know a lot of people don't know that, but I mean that is a lot of background for something like that. But you can be revoked even if you break the law. If you do something wrong, you can still be deported. So being a citizen, you feel, especially with me raising a family here, it gives me also that extra guarantee.
And safety, and also like the comfort, the safety comfort.
Correct. This is
your country, and you will be with your family no matter what.
And I'm a citizen just like everybody, and everyone here. So.
Well, that's wonderful.
I know.
So I just want to say congratulations and good luck next week. I know that you're probably a little bit stressed and nervous about it, but I can assure you it's going to be really good. And
I hope so.
Yeah, and it's not as difficult as it seemed to be when. But it is a big deal at the same time. It is really a big deal. So, but. It will be wonderful, and your language is like excellent.
I'm trying.
Your language is excellent. You can read, you can speak, you can do whatever you want to, and you'll be a perfect citizen. I mean, a perfect resident, Keene resident.
Yeah, I've been abiding by all the laws and
so maybe
the right thing.
Maybe because we are in that wonderful time of the year, I just want to ask you a question. How are your preparations for Christmas?
All over the place.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you making the magic happen?
I'm trying. I'm working on the background. We have been doing little, here and there.
It must be really stressful to prepare for Christmas, prepare for the interview. Oh my goodness! After Christmas, you will just crush.
I will, yeah. But we're good. We're doing good so far. Presents on the way. Gotta do some
Santa
wrapping.
is planning to come.
Santa is planning to come.
Are you hosting or going to visit your family?
We're gonna be home. We're gonna be hosting at home, and
are you preparing any Brazilian meals or?
Well, since you ask, in Brazil we eat turkey for Christmas.
Turkey?
Yes.
Oh.
So I will be making a turkey because I'm very homesick. So I want to have a little Brazilian Christmas dinner. So we do turkey. We do like a sort of chicken salad, some rice. Of course, that is rice.
Right? South America, it's rice.
And then we do like some dessert, like maybe flan or. Some sort of like homemade ice cream.
Do you have different traditions a little bit in Brazil that you bring to your home that they're not here?
Yes, the turkey.
The turkey
being one. Doing the big meal on the 24th at night.
On the Christmas Eve. The same as in Poland. The Christmas Eve is actually more important than Christmas Day.
So is in Brazil. Like Christmas Day, nobody does anything. It's just like a chill, like a leftover day. But the big meal is on the night of the 24th. And we tend to do there.
So you do that, you invite your family over, or is it just your closest family?
Yeah, just the closest family. And sometimes some friends come over too, and then we do, it's a turkey dinner and on the night of the 24th.
It's funny, we do the big dinner as well in Poland, but we don't have meat.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's only,
so what do you guys eat?
It's vegetarian. It's all vegetarian. And we can have fish, but no meat.
No meat. Interesting.
It's funny how every country has a little bit, like the same holiday, but different traditions.
In Brazil, for New Year's Eve, you didn't ask, but one thing different, we all wear white.
Really?
We wear white for New Year's Eve. If you see like the Brazilian New Year's Eve, everybody's wearing white.
They go to the church at midnight?
And some more traditional people going on Christmas, Wow. And then on New Year's.
Why is it white? Does it stand for something?
I don't know.
No,
I mean, I feel like it's actually, I think I know, it's inspired on the African religions because it's very strong in Brazil, or African descent. So it's inspired on
Must
that
be
religion.
beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful. I love the New Year's Eve in Brazil because everybody's wearing
Is it the
white.
whole day or just for the dinner?
For the party, yes.
For the party.
Yeah.
And what time do you start the dinner? Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. As in Poland, it does matter. In Poland, we start Christmas Eve dinner when you see the first star in the sky.
Oh, that's
So it's
great.
around 4 o'clock.
So the white is for New Year's. I'm sorry.
Oh, for New Year.
For New Year's. The
Oh, okay.
Christmas. Some traditional families will go to the church on Christmas Eve and then have dinner after.
After
Yes, like at midnight.
After the midnight
Yeah.
mass.
Yes, they will eat after the midnight.
And
mass.
is it a turkey dinner or different dinner?
The turkey dinner? Yeah.
Wow.
Turkey, salads.
Do you
rice.
sing?
Not
during
really.
the dinner?
No.
No?
No,
Like
not
Christmas
really.
songs
Not in my family, but the church will have songs. The schools, all the schools, like the kids, they will have like a day of singing, like a caroling day. The families will go attend, and in Brazil is the end of the school year is in December, different than here.
Yes,
so
different.
our year goes from February to December.
Oh.
So December is the end of the school year as well. So that is like there are recitals, caroling so all the school festivities.
And then
close.
they have a break?
They have
after?
a summer break.
For how long?
December through February.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, 2 months.
2 months almost, yeah.
Wow.
And then they start the new year in February, like the school year.
Okay, but you have a regular New Year party as well, right?
Oh,
On the,
yeah. That's the one that I was saying we wear white. Yeah.
That's wonderful. It's so great to like learn different cultures because it's like as I said, the same holiday, but we celebrate them in so many different ways.
And it's so hot. It's summer in Brazil.
And it's hot.
And then a lot of people barbecue for Christmas, even though they have the turkey. But during the day, it's like barbecuing all day long, drinking beers and nice drinks.
It's like the whole day party.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what is your favorite meal except for the turkey?
For Christmas?
For Christmas. Mm-hmm.
I like the rice with raisins. I love that. That's really good.
Do you make it?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
So do you try to make it like both Brazilian and American? Because your husband is American, right?
Yes.
Or he just enjoys the Brazilian food?
He just enjoys, and then usually on the 25th, like on the Christmas Day morning, he does an American brunch. So we kind of like.
Oh, so you have both traditions.
So on the next day usually, and then he's the pancake waffle guy. He does all the bacon, all the very traditional American food.
Oh, that's
So
great.
usually that's how it's been.
And that's how you raise your kids, so they can learn basically both
yeah.
two different cultures. And do they speak Portuguese?
Gabriela she does understand a lot of Portuguese.
Does you speak Portuguese to her, right?
Yes, yeah. And then she can say a lot of words in Portuguese.
Oh wow, that's very rewarding.
I know, I'm very excited.
Yeah, that is very exciting. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
coming to our studio. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. Thank you for educating us about the process of becoming a U.S. citizen. I'm very excited and I'm very touched that you could come. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for
I just want to ask you, because of the time of the year, we would like to wish a Merry Christmas to your family and friends.
Yes, I'm just wishing everyone a very healthy and Merry Christmas, and that just everybody has peace and be healthy, and then we just remember what Christmas actually means, not just the presents. Try to teach that to the kids. It's about the love and the family and sharing.
Yes,
so.
I agree with all of what you said. I want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. I want to wish you the happiest, the merriest holidays. I wish you a Christmas full of love and kindness and joy. Please spend as much time as you can with your family, with your friends. Bake lots of cookies, eat lots of cookies, and get lots of rest. Thank you for watching us. I will see you in January, so Happy New Year. My name is Aggie Cersosimo. See you next year.